Welcome back to you, baby dolls. We have a lovely show for you today. I want to give you a friendly reminder. There has been a big update for the gohex.com website. Now, it points you to something differently. If you go to go.hex.com, all right, what you'll be able to see is, you're like, wait a minute, what's going on with the staking? What's going on, guys? Look, let's go back here. The corrupt government has been trying to ban websites that access DeFi. Because, look, I'll tell it to the government's face. I say, listen, man, I know what you're doing. You guys inherited debt from the generations before. Instead of making everybody pay a big butchering cost to square off the debts, you just kept printing money. You only have one tool. I get it. And to keep the system from dying in a day, you want it to die in like 20 years, slow burn. You've got to protect the fiat gates. You can't let people go out of the country. You're like a dictator. I get the game, man. It's not like it's, oh, you're good or bad. You're just doing your job, man. Your job is to make sure, oh, can you please not collapse? I get it. But we've got better systems. The government, they're going to know we've made a better system, man. The government actually benefits from this. The government's, well, hired by the people, and the people have made this, so the people's actually good. You got to think about it from that perspective, friends. If the government's situation was okay, we wouldn't have made crypto. But that's what it is. Innovation comes, right? So what does the future of crypto actually look like? Not just future prices, but it actually looks like this. Many people, you can run a crypto website. You'll run it on your own PC. You'll download the .exe or whatever it is to run, and that's it. You run it. And what it does is it just gives you a website that is exactly the same website, except instead of going to the top bar and typing in like, www.gohex.com or whatever, you just type in like 125.100. It'll give you like an IP address, just your local PC. But the buttons on the website connect to the blockchain. That's the difference. So they're just pointing to another website, which happens to be a decentralized blockchain like Ethereum, where the government can't shut it off. Oops. That's why we made the system, man. It's a better system. It's just better. There's more risks, by the way, but it's a better system. Overall net gain. So your PC runs it, and then you can access the website yourself. So that's what's happened with Richard Hart. Richard Hart's taking a stance. Now, friends, I'm just going to be completely honest with you now. If you're a Hex hater, you have to listen to this, man. Even though you think, all right, Hex is worth poop, it's a Ponzi, piece of trash. Okay, yeah, we got the other point. I'm just telling you now. Richard Hart is really early to trends. So even if you think he's a scammer, which he's not, even if you think he's a scammer though, he gets the big trends right. What trend did he get in 2019? DeFi. He's like, well, DeFi, what's the best DeFi thing I can make that lasts long, where you can get yield and there's no middlemen? He's like, oh, I know. Why don't we start with Bitcoin? Let's put Bitcoin on Ethereum, called Hex. Why don't we get yield just natively from there? So a lot of people say, oh, that's stupid. You're just paying out inflation from yourself. Bitcoin and Ethereum started with a zero quantity at one point, right? And then they inflated out of nowhere. And you think, okay, what about the yearly inflation? What, you mean like Bitcoin? Bitcoin has yearly inflation too. You're just paying it from yourself. You might say, oh no, but Bitcoin's different. Yeah, look, I'll be honest, yeah, it is different. You got the Satoshi law behind you, and that is worth trillions of dollars itself. The Satoshi story, you're not going to get that anywhere else, okay? It's like a Jesus figure comes in, religious cult figure coming out, I give you the people and stuff, right? So that's another way to think about it, right? But hey, Richard Hart, he knew this. He's like, okay, this is the next evolution. All right, now some people will say, well, no, you can't evolve money. All right, well, we made Bitcoin when we had gold. You go, okay, well, we went from analog to digital. That's different. Okay, well, there's different forms of digital, right? For example, you could use a digital Windows 98 computer that's like 25 years old, but you won't be able to do anything on it, right? So new people will say, you know what? Yeah, your computer's like the old league and it's pretty cool and original, but I want my computer on my phone And I want to look at pictures of boobies all day and just reply to my girlfriends and just look at other like pictures of girls getting like, I don't know, Botox and stuff. You know, like Instagram reels. Yeah, that's what girls do. That's a girl's perspective. They're like, well, you know, I'm talking as a girl here. Like, I just want my phone on my phone to be the computer, put it in my pocket, and I don't actually want to like sit down and run all this stuff. And like, you know, people from 1998 will be like, nah, you're not a real computer user. That'll never happen. Look, it happened, man. It happened. So with money and smart contracts and liquidity and Uniswap and all these tools that can be used, well, who says there's only has to be like one form of money? Now we can swap anything. We're basically making barter cool again. It's just that when everything's money, right, then it's basically barters now. We fixed bartering because everything's got a ratio on a Uniswap pool, doesn't it? Everything can be mixed for each ratio. There's a ratio of X to B, Y to Z. So Richard is very early to these trends. Now, I'm just here to tell you, right? He's really early. He got the DeFi thing right now. What's the next thing right? He knows, well, we're going to need PulseChain. We're going to need decentralized stuff. We need PulseX, a decentralized DEX. Boy, was he right about that one. I mean, we're looking at the PulseX price, friends. Yeah, of course, price is absolutely kabooshed down. But hey, man, you can't deny one thing. Like, we need more decentralization when it comes to these DEXs, right? Yeah, it's all front ends, etc. They can stop, but you don't want them to be doing that, right? You don't want them to be constantly telling you, well, you know, when it comes to like any of these, it doesn't even work now. This is broken. When it comes to these, you know that, look, you can't deny this. Like, the government's coming to strangle. They're going to close the fiat gates. They're going after the easiest targets. The founder of Uniswap, he's a twink, man. He's not going to fight. You know, he's just going to he gave everything up already. He's literally a bug eater now himself. He's just, oh, golly gee. Government, what do you want? Oh, you want to spy on the people? Okay, I'll just hand everything over. Oh, am I working with you in the background, having secret meetings? Yes. Okay, you know what I mean? They're not fighting, friends. The government's got to know, like, firstly, we're winning. Secondly, they just got to know, like, it's Wack-a-Mole. You ban one thing, there's like 30 other solutions. Why? It's because fundamentally you can still talk on the blockchain just with like very basic amounts of text and pictures and stuff and doing little characters and stuff. So it's a system, it's a protocol. That's what the word protocol is, language, friends. That's the important part. So when you ever say, oh my gosh, what if they take on crypto? It's a language. That's why, you know, even Michael Saylor, Trojan Horse Michael Saylor, saying Bitcoin is this cybernetic hornet's nest. He goes, it's the protocol. He goes, the biggest protocol we know of is the English language. How do you ban words from English language? You know, you can still say them. So that's another way to think about it. Now with GoHex.com, you can click on these different websites and they'll take you, you can see dweb.link and have the different, you know, you can go through, big red. Look, it still works. It worked on the phone and stuff, but these are different. This is just how the future of crypto is evolving. There's just, the internet exists and there's this parallel financial system and it works. And guess what? We want to see these. But as they all get fixed with these solutions, it means we are later in the adoption curve. So it's great that we're here on the switch, right? Where it's actually get to make like big changes while we're watching it. Because the people are going to come in at the end, they're not going to get as high a return, of course, because they're not going to take as much risk as we do. We need to crank some actually heavy beat music right now. We're winning. We're winning. This is the future. Crypto solves way too many problems. Richard Hart is early. Can't deny it. PulseChain Stats still looking great. It's nice to see these in a nice, neat format. Also enjoy this Peppy defending this boss. So friends, just to let you know, why I posted this, I was replying to Blockchain Boy. Because this is how we see us. Sells like this little adventure game. You're like a little level 3 Peppy warrior trying to level up, go through the quests, kill the cave trolls to level up, return the old dude, the flute, whatever he lost in the cave. So Richard Hart tweeting frequently again. Big bonus. Big bonus. You have him feeling confident of winning. He's actually speaking now. He's winning. He's actually talking about stuff. This is also a big thing. He showed a chart where he just basically showed PulseX going up or whatever coin, HEX going up in a short amount of time. And that basically brought me at ease because it means, okay, the whole accusation from the corrupt SEC about defrauding investors and, you know, speculating on a chart is like misleading. So now that's thrown out. He's not scared of that at all. He's just drawn an arrow on the chart saying, oh, look, this thing went up. Because a lot of people were saying, oh, you speculated on the price. That's really illegal. You're going to jail. That's what they were saying months ago. Right, clearly doesn't care. PulseX, huge. The buy and burn has absolutely crushed it. Buy and burn, look at this, up to 2.6% now. Like, it's amazing just watching this number go up. You're saying, oh, wow, you guys just buy and burn. It's literally a drunken Michael Saylor who comes in, keeps smacking it up. Let the volume go up. By the way, this volume, friends, just to tell ya, is going to go through the roof when there's centralized exchange listings. If PulseChain ever makes it to Binance and Coinbase, hopefully it's not a top secret, might be, if they do finally make it. But if they do get there, there will be a lot of volume by the arbitrage scum bots. So they'll arbitrage between the exchange, and then they'll go back and forth between the exchange and the chain, just to make like 10 cents, 20 cents here and there. But the volume being done will be back and forth, moving around with Bitcoin and Ethereum more. That's what you want to see. Why? The buy and burn. The fees get done, it gets sliced in. That's exactly what we're here for, because this is the whole benefit of being an owner of the casino. Also, PulseChain was 174 days old. Look at this, up to now day 176. Yes, when it comes to these, it's great. We're still less than a year old. It's still shiny new. Shiny and new. One day it won't be, then you got to change the narrative, all right? Just like how, you know, HEX isn't shiny and new anymore, but it's more shiny and new than Bitcoin. You see what I mean? So you just got to anchor to something that's old. It's relative. So that's how the stories progress. Just like how Bitcoin doesn't say we're we're not a shiny new crypto anymore. There's all these altcoins. They don't say that. What they say is they go, gold is thousands of years old and we're only 14 years. We are so young. Very new asset class. We're the youngest asset class in the world. You play to your strengths. It was also nice to see EHEX-PHEX ratio mean reverted. That was fantastic to see, because a lot of people wondering what's going on with these. Is one dead? Is one not supported? It's at least like the story kind of settled. Everyone was like, okay, it's here to stay. Let's now move into another battle. It might be HEX Pulse as the battle. All right, and don't forget the most important part of all, 180 content creators with a very loud megaphone. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Where are the other ones? Where are the other ones? Show me the other ones and we can talk more about it. Okay, yes, there's probably like less content creators and maybe they're onboarding bigger wallets here and there with pockets, but do you know them? Because I don't. Because they'll only tell us about them when it's time for them to exit. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. I appreciate every single one of you. Tell mum and dad, LFG, we're going to make it. Catch you soon.